Schinden mir die Zeit, ohne dass ich schau dich her. Tag und Nacht, ich erwart dich Tag und Nacht. Tag und Nacht, ich erwart dich Tag und Nacht. Jabekie dinomar, vivale corie. Jabekie dinomar, vivale corie. Divanishi ashibushi, ashapata nirokye. Divanishi ashibushi, ashapata nirokye. Hridaya utirodvar, korakshi anivar. Hridaya utirodvar, korakshi anivar. Daya kore ekobar, esheki juraveye. Daya kore ekobar, esheki juraveye. Night and day, I look for thee night and day. Night and day, I look for thee night and day.
Well, good morning, everyone. My name is Ananta. This is my wife, Maria. And we want to begin by wishing you a Happy New Year. We also want to sort of jump the gun on Master's birthday and begin the celebration of that birthday, because that is the event that we are directed by. Jagrev wants to. What I'd like to do is I'd like to speak to all of us, our family, our young family and old family. I'm at one of those ages where I used to give service to the parents of the children here, and I'm still giving service. So we got new members of our spiritual family. In the reading today, there's a story about Paramahansa Yogananda when he was 8 years old. And I don't know if all the young people here know that story, but it's a wonderful story. But as you know, Yogananda was born on January 5th in India. And he was, of course, born with the love of God. And when he was a little boy, when he was 8 years old, he decided he wanted to try to meditate. And so just like we did now, he closed his eyes and he asked the question, what is behind closed eyes? What's behind the darkness? Have you ever asked that question? No? Well, you could start now. This would be a good year to start that question, because there's a wonderland behind the darkness. This world has its limitations and dimensions, but the world of spirit has limitless opportunities, has bright lights and beautiful saints. So you know what happened to Yogananda when he asked that question? He closed his eyes and he asked, what is behind the darkness of closed eyes? And you know who came to him? The Himalayan yogis came. You know who they are? Why don't you know? No? You don't know? There's one of them up here in the pictures. Babaji came, and the masters. And they came to Yogananda and they blessed him. He was 8 years old, and they said, you have a great work to do, little one. And we are with you. We're blessing you. You know what he said? Well, he said, I want to go with you. I want to go to the Himalayas. I don't want to go to Los Angeles. Can I go to the Himalayas? Can I get out of this? He said, oh no, little one. He said, you have to go to school. What are we going to do tomorrow? School. Back to school. We're going to go to school. But school's fun. Everything is fun if you live with God. And so Yogananda said, yes, I will go. I will go to school. And then later on, I will go to America. And I will spread the teachings of Babaji and the Himalayan masters. And so he did when he grew up. And that's why we go to school. And that's why we live for God. But Tuesday is Yogananda's birthday. And so that's a special day. I bet that Tuesday would be a really good day to look behind the darkness of closed eyes. Because Master will be in a festive mood. It's his birthday. And he might just come and see you. But he could come and see you now. He comes see you anytime. The Masters are always, always waiting with us, day and night. Remember the song? Night and day, night and day. They're always with us. So we call to them. So after the Masters came, Master kept meditating. He was just sitting on his bed, and you can sit on your bed and meditate. And you know what happened next? He closed his eyes, and he looked at the point between the eyebrows, and he saw a light. He saw a little light. And as he concentrated on the light got bigger. And it became more and more beautiful. And he said, who are you? What is this light? And you know what the light said? It said, I am Ishwara. I am light. Isn't it great? It's so great that God came to him and said, I'm light. I'm with you. I'm always with you. And for little and young, like Yogananda was 8, some of us are 10 times that old. Swami's 10 times that old, but he still sees the light. That's what your parents do when they go and close their eyes. You know why they do that? They want to see the light. They want to live in that light. So you can do that too. Yeah. It's just that. It was funny when they were singing the Door of My Heart in different languages. In the beginning of the autobiography, Master says he came into this body and he couldn't figure out which language. He had all the languages down. He didn't know which one we were going to speak this time. And it was wonderful to have us sing in the different languages and to realize that we learn these languages, but God knows all the languages in the world. So however you talk to God, God understands you. God understands if you even can't talk, because God knows your heart, watches your heart. So this will be a great year to live with God if we think of God and celebrate. So let's just start celebrating his birthday today. I think it's more fun that way. So what we'll do is Varani will go and take the children, and we'll have the readings, and we'll talk about God too. Okay. God bless you, little ones.
Going to read now from Rays of the One Light by Naya Swami Kriyananda. At the heart of silence, the eternal word. Truth is one and eternal. Realize oneness with it in your deathless self within. The following commentary is based on the teachings of Paramahansa Yogananda. In the Gospel of St. John, chapter 1, these immortal lines appear. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. The same was in the beginning with God. All things were made by him, and without him was not anything made that was made. In him was life, and the life was the light of men. And the light shineth in darkness, and the darkness comprehended it not. Human vision beholds individuality and separation everywhere. Divine vision beholds the oneness of cosmic vibration, of which all things, no matter how diverse, are manifestations. Cosmic sound, the Word of God, and cosmic light. These are eternal. The world as revealed to us by our senses is illusory. In Autobiography of a Yogi, Paramhansa Yogananda relates an early experience he received of the divine aspect of reality. Sitting on my bed one morning, I fell into a deep reverie. What is behind the darkness of closed eyes? This probing thought came powerfully into my mind. An immense flash of light at once manifested to my inward gaze. Divine shapes of saints sitting in meditation posture in mountain caves, formed like miniature cinema pictures on the large screen of radiance within my forehead. "Who are you?" I spoke aloud. "We are the Himalayan yogis." The celestial response is difficult to describe. My heart was thrilled. Ah, I long to go to the Himalayas and become like you. The vision vanished. The silvery beams expanded in ever-widening circles to infinity. What is this wondrous glow? I am Ishwara. I am light. The voice was as murmuring clouds. I want to be one with thee. Out of the slow dwindling of my divine ecstasy, I salvaged a permanent legacy of inspiration to seek God. Wise are we if we meditate on that experience of Yogananda's and salvage from it even a breath of his inspiration. For quite simply, there is nothing else. As the Bhagavad Gita says in the 7th chapter, I make and unmake the universe. Apart from me, nothing exists, O Arjuna. All things, like the beads of a necklace, are strung together on the thread of my consciousness and are sustained by me. Thus, through Holy Scripture, God has spoken to mankind. Om, Om, Om.
This is from Whispers from Eternity. This is Master's translation of the salutation to the great preceptor. Bearing the bliss of Brahma, happiness supreme, wearing the image of wisdom, beyond the dispute of any qualities, free as the limitless sky, knower of all there is to be known, thou perennial, taintless one, witness of all happenings, beyond all conception's boundaries, uncolored by good, bad, and active qualities, my ever-awake preceptor, I bow to thee. Well, again, I'd like to wish you a happy new year. And I'd like to talk a little bit about Master's birthday a few days before the actual day, because it is our central spiritual assignment is to see, as St. John wrote, that the light that exists is our true nature, that we are part of that light, And in this prayer of the Guru that Master translated, it might be helpful to us to think of ourselves as the ever-awake preceptor. The difference between Paramahansa Yogananda and Avatar and us is simply that he was awake when he came in, and we are not quite yet awake fully. The entire spiritual work that we have before us is simply a matter of remembering that we are like the Guru, that we are taintless, that we are beyond the three qualities, that we are made of light, that we are like Yogananda. And so masters come, and our master came, and all the masters came. I don't want to be sectarian in any way. The masters come awake, and they take on a human form, and they live with us, and they endure the same duality that we endure. But they never forget that they are spirit, and that's the only difference. Our job, very simply, is to wake up to that reality, and today's a good day to start. We've already started, because you wouldn't come here if you hadn't started to wake up. The world is alluring. The world is full of draws on the ego, and you chose to celebrate this holiday season with us, to celebrate God, to celebrate spirit, and to try to wake up and realize that you are spirit. And that is a great step on the long journey. Many of our brothers and sisters have no idea that they are part of God. And that's very sad. But it's true. And so the masters keep coming, one after another. Babaji, Lahiri, Shri Yukteswar, the Buddha, Christ, Krishna, Zoroaster, on and on and on. And the great masters send awake beings to try and wake people up. You try, go down and shake the other students, for roll call, wake up everybody, it's time for school. And that's what the masters do. And so Master came not long ago in the span of time, 1893 to 1952. But he lived in a world very much like our world. And that takes out that great trump card that devotees try to play. Well, all the saints lived a long time ago. The saints didn't live a long time ago. The saints live right now. And they live in the world that we live. They live in the world of duality with, as it says in this prayer, the three gunas, tamas, rajas, and sattva guna, all mixed together, good things and bad things. And this next year will be some mix of those. I don't know. I'm not sure what kind of year we'll have. I'm not a psychic. But I know that in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. And throughout time and space, there is Spirit as the one constant in reality. Everything else changes. People come and go. Civilizations come and go. Depressions, stock markets, world wars, all of that happened during Master's lifetime. He lived from 1893 to 1952. He lived through World War I. He lived through the Depression. He lived through World War II. He lived through the Holocaust. It wasn't a beautiful world because a beautiful saint was awake in it. It was the world just like our world. We have wars, we have all these things. And we get caught up in that. And we begin to think that we're the body, that we're the success or the failure of our economics, of our businesses. But this passage from St. John and the teachings of Paramahansa Yogananda call us to spiritual success. Spiritual success is entirely under your control. Your year will be what you make it. It will be entirely what you make it. The Master lived through all this duality with Rajasi and Sister Gyanamata and Swami Kriyananda and these great saints. And the outside world crumbled and rebuilt and crumbled and rebuilt constantly. That's the outside world. But that's not spirit. Spirit does not crumble. Spirit never lets you down. Spirit never fails. And you are spirit. If I could, I'd like to go back to St. John, and I'd like to change the wording. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God. We are from the beginning. We are the makers and the unmakers of everything. We are part of God. That's what it says in the festival. You are a part of all that is. In you is light, and the light is the light of men. And the light shines in the darkness, and the darkness does not comprehend you. And it's okay, because you are spirit, all of us. And Master came only for that. He came to see that we could understand that we live in the world, but we're not of the world. That we build buildings and we build communities and we raise children and we start schools and we do all these things, but only in an outward sense, because in the inward sense we're anchored in God. After Lahiri went and got Kriya in the Himalayas, he went back to the office and he worked for 26 years and he kept track of the Nagpur Bengal Railway. How many fares were collected? Where did the diesel fuel go? An avatar, great avatar, living in a city. And then at night he went home, had satsang with Trilanga Swami and Babaji and Sri Yukteswar. And then he went back to the office at 9 o'clock, punched in right on time, never late. This is our dilemma. Live in the world, but be not of it. Let us make this a year of living in God. Let us live in God. Let us chant Om, think Om. Think about our spiritual heritage. Forget that you're a man or a woman. You have a body. You'll probably have aches and pains, and you may get some disease, and you may get better from the disease, and you may get your house foreclosed on, and you may find a new house, and your company may merge, and you may get a big bonus, and yeah, whatever. It doesn't matter. What matters is that every day you see that light, Ishwara, because that is reality. And nothing else. Swami said it in the reading, nothing else matters. But what is Swami doing now? He's writing the next script. He's writing the script about when Master's life. He's writing the script. He's serving the Guru because that's his dharma. That's what he has to do. But he lives in that light, and we have to live in that light more and more. That's our only goal. Master came, he lived with us, and then he left. But he never left the consciousness of God. So think about St. John's passage and think about Master's birth and sculpt your life with the inspiration of the Masters. Be a businessman or a businesswoman or a mother or a father, but feel that God is doing it through you. That's what Master did. Master used to say the strangest thing. I killed Yogananda long ago. No one dwells in this body now but God. It wasn't morbid, though. It was joy. He's not the personality. He's that being of light. But each one of you is a being of light. And we have to wake up to that. You've come to the point in your life where you know, you've got a strong feeling that's true, or else you wouldn't have come here. So now we need to practice, and we need to live every day with God. There's a saying in the Bhagavad Gita that all of Krishna's soldiers were like Krishna. And I'll extend that to all of Arjuna's soldiers were like Arjuna. And all Paramahansa Yogananda's soldiers were like Paramahansa Yogananda. That's why the Guru comes, is so that we can live like a Guru. We can live free inwardly. We can be loving and kind. When the avatar left, when an avatar leaves, the foremost disciple of the avatar is charged with deciding what that incarnation was. So when Paramahansa Yogananda died, Rajarsi Janakananda was charged with deciding what this incarnation was, what Yogananda's incarnation was. And he said, this was a Prem avatar. This was an incarnation of divine love. And so, all of Yogananda's soldiers are like Yogananda. You're all Prem avatars. You're all incarnations of love. That's all we are. That's all we're here for. In the beginning, we were with God. We're with God now. We're with God at the end. Our job is to love, to serve, and to realize, and most of all realize, that we are only Prem avatars, incarnations of love, nothing else. There is no mission. There is nothing to do except to serve the one that we are, to serve each other in the form of God, love God, serve God, meditate, chant, and realize, and share that with the world. Have an expanding light so people can come. Go on the internet, go to India, go to Assisi. Why? To wake people up to the fact that they are incarnations of love. And that's all we are. So let us make this a year of joy and of service and of meditation and realization, most of all, that we are the children of a great master, and that through all of us, he is serving. Just serve. Just give the way that he saw. Remember that when he looked at people, he didn't even see the bodies. He saw silver light and golden light. Try to see all your brothers and sisters as silver light, golden light. Sing, dance, chant, work, play with God, for God. We'll have a wonderful year. Happy New Year.
May thy wisdom guide our ways. The time has come for us to see that there's but one reality upon the earth and high above, the truth that all was made from love. A love that calls to us to fly above the hills, above the sky, above the storms, above the pain, a land where peace and laughter reign. Oh, Master, may thy joy fill our days. Oh, Master, may thy wisdom guide our ways. Guide all our hopes and all our dreams, past every glow that only seems, into the light, the inner sun, into the truth that we're all one. Help us to find in every hour, in every thought, in every flower, a joy that spans eternity, the truth that makes us ever